retrace to a key area that I think might be great for altcoin. Altcoin might react positively as Bitcoin get to this zone. So in today's show, what I want us to establish is what could be the next big thing for Bitcoin today. We have experienced this pullback to key areas or key levels, and when Bitcoin get to key levels, usually it turns to reject and go to attempt the previous high. And I think this might be an opportunity for altcoins. All what we're gonna do on today's video is gonna be based on data only, no hype, no gambling, just data. So if you want to be among or part of a channel that gives you real that data or raw data from previous price action, then you are welcome. Yeah, this is a Beton Crypto. I create content to help you understand what goes on in the market. I'm all about education, no hype, no gambling. So stick there as I dive straight away into today's show. Let me first of all check my mic to be sure my mic is doing well. Yes, my mic is doing well. Recently I've gotten some bad. I say my stream has been um lagging. My stream has been, yeah, let me use the word lagging is the right word to use. But I think now I'm able to fix it. I had to reboot my laptop, reset it, clear every data, and now I'm back. I think everything is gonna be smooth from now on. Sorry for that lagging stream previously. Okay, guys, let's dive straight away into the show for today. Let's see where we are currently right now, guys. I want us to, like, for today's video with Bitcoin. I want us to stick on the 4 hours time frame. I'm gonna explain to you guys why. Now, let me go to one of my chart that I have been showing you guys here for a long time. This should be the one. Let me see. Yeah, you can see. Um, I showed you guys this chart, like, I think that was last year. We talked about when Bitcoin was still around this area, and I told you guys that we might see Bitcoin, go and attempt this value area high, because we received this, or we have been getting this rejection here, around this area. So I said to myself, if say we are rejecting the value area low, yeah, it means they're gonna target the POC. Then after that, they're gonna target on the value area high, and price have done just that. And price targeting the value area high, there should be some sort of rejection again on or around the POC, and this is exactly what price is doing. Now, I want us to look at something here. The build up that led to this huge move to the upside, change of character within this structure. And yes, let's see what happened here. Now, the alpha trend, you can see clearly, print this buy signal here. And this was the candle that caused the alpha trend to print this buy signal, this huge candle. I'm not going to focus my attention to all of the candle. I want to focus on just this area of the candle, this zone here, just the candle itself. So I'm going to focus on this zone here to be the important area of interest for this move. So looking at this now, let me see if I can take this properly. Okay, so this should be the area of interest. This is the key level that I think Bitcoin have gone to. This zone. This was the zone that caused this huge spike to the upside. You can see break of character here, then target this value area high here. So now price have gotten back to this area. Should we just buy immediately? No. When price gets to key area, it doesn't mean you just buy immediately. No. You have to wait to see how price is going to react. At least at times you want to see multiple candles reject below, like reject around this area before you can confirm whether this zone is the zone for you to accumulate or place that order. But it's an important area. Why? Because of the POC here. The POC is here, and we want to see price reject the POC, and price can get it right down to this other area here. So I'm still anticipating that we see price drop right down to about 89,200, right, before we're gonna experience that measure bounce from there. So within this range where you see it's an important range to start looking for that opportunity. But if we look at this carefully and focus on then jump to the daily time frame, you're gonna see that price, hit the alpha trend. And the alpha trend, you can see it has been acting as the midpoint between the value area high and the value area low. You can look at this, look at the alpha trend, like moving sideways there. So if you look at it on a daily time frame, we have just been moving sideways. We haven't been doing anything serious. We have been building contracts moving sideways. But if you bring in the trend zero, you're gonna see that we are still above the zero point zero line. Let me just zoom this so you can see it. We are still above this midpoint here, which means we are bullish. This is the idea of the trendy low. When it is above the zero point zero zero line, and in this case, it's really above zero point 0.1. So, yeah, above zero point 0.1 and even at zero point 0.2. So there should be some sort of volume coming in soon. I think so, guys. I think so. I'm gonna confirm this looking at the USD dominance. Let's see USD dominance. What USD dominance is gonna give us the flavor for the USD dominance. And this is in confluence with what I mentioned yesterday. I told you guys yesterday that USDT dominance is giving me some sort of bullish flavor, and we can see pullback right up to about 6%, and we have done that. But still, there is a fair value gap here around this area, and also this other block that caused this move to the downside. So I still think we have like one spike up there before the dump, or before USDT dominance can continue to dump. I think USDT dominance is gonna dump somehow. I don't know how dumb it's gonna dump. How dumb it's gonna dump, right? But I think it's gonna dump. But guys, this is what I'm trying to say here. Altcoins might react to this positively because of what is going to happen. So if say we're going to see um liquidity leave USDT, then it's gonna go to somewhere, and it can go to either Bitcoin alone, or it goes to altcoin as well. And we know most of the altcoins that have been bullish recently. Ethereum has been bullish. Sui has been bullish. These altcoins can grab some of this liquidity that might be leaving soon USDT. Now let's look at crypto bubble, because if we are looking at this for the weekly setup, let's see. First of all, today is Thursday, so we are heading towards the weekend, and I want to see this against Bitcoin, not USDT. So I want to see this always against Bitcoin to see what Bitcoin is doing based, or how coins are reacting with Bitcoin. And you can see based on the weekly setup, like guys, I mean, if your coin is not here, okay, well, maybe it has been pumping before and now it's not doing that well. But you can see mostly Aerodrome, Renda, Virtua. These coins are up 60%. Look at Renda. Renda is up 60%. So there's an opportunity here to grow, to make some gains. For the past week, let me just say for the past month, let me see what has been going on for the past month. Yeah, there are still some coins that have been doing well for the past month. While even though some of them hasn't been doing well against Bitcoin. But if you look at the weekly setup, it's giving us a signal that at least something is beginning to hit somewhere. Aerodrome, Bonk, Virtua, Pepe, Renda, Atom, Pengu, Sheep, Floki, Algorand, Tau, Doge, Fed, STX, Sui. Guys, something is going on. Yeah. And if we look at the liquidation heat map, yeah, I want to see where we are. Let me just go to the magma setup. I love the magma setup more. Okay, so remember what I mentioned yesterday? I said we might come to 90K. That's from 90K we can now reassess and start looking for a possibility to maybe buy Bitcoin, right? But you can see we still have liquidity here, right down to 89 150, and we also still have liquidity here around $88,000, right? Around $87,000. So, but still, we still have liquidity here right up to about $95,000, right? So, liquidity more above than below price. And if we are to look at the liquidation map, let's see. I love to look at this because it tells me where we have most of the liquidity. And if you look at this, we have more liquidity above price. You can see right up about 1 billion, something like 1 billion above price. You can see this whole section here. This is liquidity right up to 95 something. And below price, we don't have much liquidity. So if they are to take us to where we have more liquidity, then maybe they are to take us more to the upside, right? You can see clearly from what I'm seeing here, we have more liquidity above price than below price. Yeah, so guys, anything can happen for sure. Anything can happen. But we have to be strong and look at the best possible scenario where we can get that entry. Usually when guys, when you place a buy or a sell order, it's not based on any certainty, it's based on previous price action. So you have seen that there's high probability for your coin to actually do well. So if you're gonna do anything, it's gonna be based on that, right? It's gonna be based on the fact that you're thinking, okay, maybe something is gonna happen, right? Now, let me see. What next? Let's see if say we can look at. Let's see. My phone is ringing. Someone is calling me, so I have to reject the call. Okay. Um, guys, you can see this structure here is a bearish structure, right? Why? You can see clearly on the 5-day EMA, of course, the 13-day EMA, and the 5-day EMA has also crossed the 50-day EMA on the daily time frame. So that's bearish to me for USDT dominance. And bearish means money is going to be flowing back to cryptocurrency. Now let's look at Ethereum real quick. Let's see where we are with Ethereum. Yeah, Ethereum just price just hit the alpha trend zone. So this is like the midpoint of this move to the upside, and price has just hit this zone. We still have like more possible downside for Ethereum. Why? Because looking at this on the daily time frame, we can see that we have a fair value gap here that they haven't yet filled. So this is imbalance that I think at one point they are to fill the imbalance, and also we have another block here that form. Yeah, so we should experience some sort of downward movement with Ethereum right down to $3,000 at least to an extent, before any major movement to the upside. Or price can still reject from here and go to the upside. But the high probability is that they feel this imbalance here, um um this area of imbalance. So after that, then maybe from there we can look at the next possible step, or the next step that the market maker might take to take price to the upside. So this is right, guys. Fair value gap is always an important zone. So always pay attention to fair value gap. This is one of my main style of trading. I make sure I take most of my trade from the fair value gap or the other block zone. Is very important. I look at that to get the best entry. That's why right now I'm in a long Bitcoin long, because Bitcoin got to that zone where the alpha trend printed a buy signal on the 4 hours time frame. Let me see whether it's the same thing with Ethereum on the 4 hours time frame. Let's see where did the alpha trend print a buy signal. Okay, so this was the candle that printed a buy signal on the 4 hours time frame for Ethereum. So that's why I think, okay, you can see it corresponds to this zone that I mentioned. That there was a fair value gap here, and you can see price hasn't yet gotten to that area. So we should expect Ethereum to drop a little bit downward around this area, right down to $3,000. So from here, we should expect price to drop a little bit down there before continuation back to the upside. Yeah, so this is like gonna be a good trade if say you are patient. Always be patient to wait for price to get to your zone. You know, don't follow price. Wait. Allow price to follow you. Let price follow you. Don't follow price. Okay. Let's see whether this is the same thing with Solana. I'm actually in a Solana trade, um not like a future trade or a spot trade. I didn't sell anything. Why? Because I was looking at this on the 4 hours time frame, this value area high. I was waiting for price to get there. If price didn't get there, it was just like this was around 44, around $44. But I'm still thinking that this build up here to an extent should target this high here around, let's say, at least $150 for it for Solana, right? So looking at this now, we haven't yet seen any strong close and rejection above. So this movement, yeah, might be based on what is going on with Bitcoin, right? Because Bitcoin is retracing, you know, all other altcoins are reacting the same way with Bitcoin. So it's normal to see this happen in the market. Bitcoin retrace or give us that good flavor, and afterward we start seeing altcoins playing the same game with Bitcoin. Right. So they are reacting to what Bitcoin is doing. So Bitcoin is the leading indicator, and altcoin are just reacting to Bitcoin's price. So that's how I see it. That's how it has always been throughout the existence or creation of cryptocurrency. Okay. Let's see which other coin we have here that we can take a quick look at. Of course, Mock Baby. Remember, guys, I told you that don't chase any pump. Be patient. Price is gonna get to you. So, looking at Mock Coin or Mock Crypto, you can see this movement here, which trace me back to this key area, and then boom, spike. Ever since price break this structure, yeah, we haven't yet seen price retrace back to that area. So at least price should get back to um either of this zone here, this area where the alpha trend printed a buy signal. So wait for price to get right to this zone before you can start thinking of buying. So what you should be doing now is look for short than longs. Yeah, that's what we're looking at for more coin. Look for short than long. I'm gonna be looking for an opportunity here. I think tomorrow should be the right day to look for that opportunity. We might see a dump, a little bit of the dump here, then retracement up there, then dump now around this area. I think price can go right down to this other block here. It's another block here, and a little bit of a fair value gap around this area. Price can go right down to this area. Yeah, but this should be the first TP zone before the second TP zone, which is going to be around somewhere. So this area should be the area where you start looking for that buy opportunity. Look at the structure. The way price went up is going to be the same way price is going to go down. At least we should experience some sort of cool down a little bit, yeah, because price cool down a little bit, yeah. You can see a little bit of choppy price action before continuation back to the upside. And talking about Brettcoin, BRETT, Brettcoin. Yeah, Brettcoin is the same game. You can see um I'm waiting for price to get to this area where the alpha trend created this buy signal, and it's but no more why price break structure here. You can see clearly, price has been moving sideways, 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 and price break structure. And ever since, we haven't yet gotten back to that key area. So, what we should expect from now on is at least attempt back towards the alpha trend, and we're gonna see price fail. And when price fail, wait for that signal to get in. Immediately you get in, this should be your take profit. This zone, yeah, there's a lot of profit to be made shorting breadcoin and more coin. The opportunity is with more coin more than breadcoin, but breadcoin has already given us that flavor. You can see from where we are, we can easily see pullback a little bit up there, then buyback. So let me see if I'm gonna be taking this based on the let's see retracement tool. We should expect retracement right up to at least the golden pocket. All right, so it can come right up to this area where where we have this where we have this golden pocket, or it can retrace back to half of this move on the 0.5 price points, which is gonna be around where the alpha trend is, So guys, but if you wanna buy, not now, it's gonna be around, start looking for that opportunity to buy here, down here, not up there, not where price is, you know. So yeah, that's what I am looking at for Bitcoin. Let's see, Casper is a little bit bullish today. Not a little bit, it's bullish actually. It's up 1.4%. So if we're gonna see some sort of slight movement with Bitcoin, CSPR Casper might do extremely well today. Yeah, I'm looking at this now to mean um like if we have to look at this based on structure, I can say that we might see CSPR Casper and do something like this. You can drop a little bit towards this area where the alpha trend printed a buy signal. Yeah, so we might see a little bit of drop, then continuation back to the upside. But if we're gonna see that drop, it's gonna be a cool spot, to get that buy. Why? You can see clearly we have a fair value gap here, and another block. Even though price is still choppy, but there is some sort of fair value gap. Yeah, guys, I trade fair value gap. I get my entry mostly from fair value gap and other block. If you want to learn um how to spot fair value gap, it works, how to use it in confluence with other indicators, then make sure you join my Telegram community. Follow me on X. Follow me everywhere. I'm gonna be doing multiple videos on that, and also you can take my education session where you can learn this with me one on one. Guys, the best thing you can do to yourself is help yourself understand how price move, so that take advantage of price action most of the time. So, if I'm gonna be buying CSP Casper, which I think I'm gonna be doing, is gonna be, yeah. Let me just actually have like have a notification here. So if price get there, I'm gonna be notified about it. Yeah. So my notification is on. When price get there, I'm gonna reassess this area to see how price is going to react to it. Now, what I want us to look at is Aster. Right? This Aster trade that I gave is still valid. It's a spot trade. If you want to cash out, like if you want to get out, is from this area down here. Okay, but the trade is still valid. I accumulated some Casper. Why I say so, you can see this move break that break this structure here. You can see this. I'm looking at this volume profile zone around this area. You see, this was a move that took us up there, and this move was accompanied by an order block somehow. Even though there's not kind of like, let me say, a clear fair value gap around this area, but again, like, yeah, I can see, there was something like that, yeah, a fair value gap, small, like something, yeah, you know. So if I want to buy, well, like trade Asta, I think I should start trading Asta. Yeah, this is an order block here. Yeah, it's another block here. Yeah, you see, and also a fair value gap somewhere here. If I zoom out, you're gonna see clearly. You can see clearly that there is um a fair value gap here and another block that causes price to move to the upside. Wow, 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 wow. So actually, Aster is at a sweet spot, to get some of it and take the ride to Valhalla. There's lots of opportunities that Bitcoin is giving us. These altcoins are reacting positively. Now let's look at gold real quick. Let's see what gold is doing. Okay, guys. I mean, this couldn't be far fetched from what we discussed here. Remember, okay, let me just stick with this on the 4 hours time frame because this was a time frame where I gave you, I gave that signal here, and I told you we're gonna visit this high here, all this high above this zone. So this was the zone. This was a trade, a gold trade, and you would have gotten out around this area. Yeah, it was but obvious. This was the high. Let me mark it for you. It's an important area. It's gonna be important in the future for gold. Let me mark this for you. You see, so this area is an important area, all right, and that was the area I was looking at. When gold was still here, I told you about this other block area here, this zone, and price got there. You can see price react positively. Look at this topic volume candle here. Then buyback ever since price has not yet attempted this. So if you would have like saw this like this, then you actually buy around this area. Then you put your stop loss just below here. You would have caught this move and be good to go. Right. So this is the kind of thing I'm gonna be teaching you guys every now and then. I want that my live stream should be educational and give you guys some perspective as to how to approach the market, how to look at price action, how to be patient, wait for price to form, wait for price to develop before you can like, okay, what should I be looking at? You can look for another block. You can look for fair value gap. You can look for a vector candle. In this case, I would have actually like get my buy. Yeah, why? Because there's an other block here. Let me show you guys this other block. This was the other block. This one, yeah. So this other block would have been an important area for me to place my stop loss just below that other block. Right? Yeah. This candle to me is one of the most powerful candle that I call it the little man. Whenever I see this little man candle, guys, I think something is cooking. And if I'm buying based on this little man candle, my stop loss is just below, just so close below. Because I think the next move should take us up there. And even if price retrace, price must not take out the little man. So because the little man usually act as um other block, and the other block is going to be accompanied by a fair value gap. You can see clearly around this area there was a fair value gap here around this zone, and price retraced back to the other block, and then boom, look at this movement back to the upside. So if you can trade gold on BTCC, yeah, I'm an affiliate with them, but I haven't yet included my affiliate link. Um, to the chat section or to the comment section. Yeah, guys. That's what I'm looking at for gold. About silver, let's see. I mean, I think silver is gonna play out the same game that I mentioned. Silver will dump a little bit right down here to 71. Then we're gonna experience some sort of support zone there, like before, because you can see this is a 4 hours time frame zone. So price cannot just break there except it's not be accompanied by huge volume. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. Maybe during the weekend it might happen. Now let's look at events for today. Which event we have today? Let's see. Today is January. That's Thursday, the 8th of January. Yeah, we have CPI minutes. This is not US. We have unemployment claims. Okay. Tomorrow we have unemployment unemployment rate. Yeah, yeah. Unemployment rate tomorrow. Mm, so tomorrow is a pretty decent red day. Lots of it. So we should expect a lot of volume tomorrow. Before anything. Yeah. So guys, overall, I think tomorrow is gonna be volatile, no doubt. But the upside for Bitcoin is fantastic. Can see clearly based on what I showed you guys earlier. Um, right now I'm looking at, let me say, the coin and liquidity heat map, and I can see liquidity there around 89,388 dollars for Bitcoin, 17.88 million. So Bitcoin should reject from that liquidity. I think so. Okay. So if you wanna like place a buy order, you can place a buy order at 89,388. I'm gonna place a buy order there anyways because I see that there's a lot of liquidity there. Yeah, price might reject that area, you know. All right, guys. That's that for this live. Everything looks good. Everything looks great. You know, I'm happy for you guys as you are happy for me. We are going to make this year a great year. We're gonna be making lots of good decisions this year, and I want to be there to guide most of you who are beginners, most of you who need guidance. If you really want to succeed in this game, if you really want to make money in cryptocurrency, then you should start doing the right thing, start, you know, building momentum. After price must have left key areas, wait for price to get back to key areas, learn how to spot out key levels in the market, learn how to respect, you know, price action. If the market is bullish, oh boy, excuse guys, I don't know how long my mic went off, but I was feeling as if my mic was not okay. I think my mic is now doing well. Wow. My bit rate is actually 21,000, 20,000. What? Hmm. Okay. Not bad. My bit rate is not, is actually so high. Let me see. I want to change my bit rate, guys. Let me see. 25,000. Yeah, I just changed my bit rate, guys. I don't know. Maybe I just destroy my bit rate. Uh-huh. But anyway, guys, I'm done with today's video. I'm just trying to play with my bit rate right now. Um,